Hey YouTube, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're back. If you don't know me, my name is JD Savage. I'm a six-figure affiliate marketer. What I do, I teach people to make money here on my YouTube channel at Imperfect Millionaires. So specifically today, what you found is this is video 2 of a series that I recently started called Make It Rain, right? Make It Rain Sales. And what we're talking about here is we're talking about the mindset required, all of the things that prevent people from actually making money in sales, whether that's online, affiliate marketing, whatever it is. These are the things that I know because of my history as a sales trainer, a coach, and a consultant over the last 3 decades. I know these things get in people's way. I know these things block people from accomplishing what it is that they want to accomplish. Okay. So we're going to start from the beginning. This is video 2. You don't necessarily need to go back and watch video 1 because it was just kind of an introductory video. And all I was really saying there was, what do you think about this series? And I got some pretty good feedback, and I'm going to continue as long as you guys want to continue, right? Or until I run out of things to say. But that being said, so what we're going to talk about today, diving into it, isn't so much affiliate marketing itself. Sure, it concerns affiliate marketing. It concerns all sales and all of human accomplishment. We're going to talk about something just really kind of crappy. It's social narrative, right? That's where all of this starts, is with social narrative. So what do I mean social narrative? Okay, bottom line, social narrative is really just kind of a bunch of opinions passed down from generation to generation to generation to generation, right? Of course, we're all familiar with that. You've probably heard some of this stuff before, but let's just talk about it for a second. Maybe you've heard it, but have you really considered where you got your opinions from? If you haven't, I would encourage you to do that right now. Let me talk about it for a second. What I mean is this: teachers, parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, anybody that was an influence or an authority in your life shared their opinions with you. Some of those support you in what it is that you want to do, and some of those do not support you in what it is that you want to do. A couple ways to go about that, right? Take a look at what your opinions are, and you can look back and kind of see where you got them. It'll probably come to you pretty fast. You probably don't have to think too much on that. Or maybe you do. But here's the thing. You don't really need to dwell on where they came from. What's more important is the belief systems that you have, the opinions that you have around money, sales, accomplishment, your ability to do so, your ability to have what you want. Do they support you? And if they don't support you, then I'm glad you're here, right? And if they do support you, fantastic. Then you don't need to do anything with them. But if they don't support you, and a really quick way to figure out whether or not they support you or not is this right here. Do you have what you want? Do you have so many sales that you just can't stand it? If not, maybe you need to take a look at it. Do you have all the money that you would want to have? If not, maybe you want to take a look at it, right? Are you extremely shy of the volume of money you would like to have? Then you definitely need to take a look at it. And I want to be clear here. I'm not here to put anybody down, because here's the cool thing about social narrative, kind of as we operate as humans, is it's not your fault because it was there before you ever got here. But it is your problem, right? That's the negative side of it. It is your problem. Here's the upside. You can do something about it. 100% you can do something about it if you so choose to do so. If you don't provide yourself excuses and let yourself off the hook, then it's really pretty simple to do something about it. It's not that challenging. So now, what am I getting at here? My version of social narrative is this. Tell me if you agree with this. Let me know in the comments if you agree with this. That generations after generation after generation, who oftentimes are very unfulfilled, not extremely content, let's just say, with their circumstance, maybe their financial standing, maybe even their overall fulfillment in life, have these beliefs and these systems that they hand down to the younger generations, right? They say, hey, look, take this and use it in your life. Here's the problem that I personally have with that. I understand it, and I'm not really putting it down. I'm questioning it, and I'm asking you to question it. If a group of unhappy people come to you and you don't know them, and they tell you, hey, look, we're miserable, we're unfulfilled, we're not happy with our life, we haven't done a fraction of the things that we'd like to do with our time, energy, and effort, but what you should do is you should be like us. What would you tell those people? Right, me too. Here's the interesting thing. When you know the people and you have a relationship with the people and they tell you that, for some reason, as young people, we tend to absorb that and listen to that. Does that make sense? So I'm going to try to keep these videos just brief and to the point here. But number one, we got to start out with identifying where all this garbage comes from, right? Where all this baggage comes from. And what I want you to be clear of, crystal clear on, those bags that you're carrying, that monkey on your back, it's not yours. You didn't ask for it. It's not your fault. But as long as you continue to carry those bags, as long as you continue to leave that monkey on your back, it's going to slow you down. It's going to impair your progress, or possibly even stop you all together, right? Here's the interesting thing about that. It doesn't have to, right? It's not like you're literally locked away in a prison cell that you don't have the key to. You do have the key to open the door at any point and leave, right? Or set the bags down in the middle of the street or toss that monkey off your back. You don't have to carry it. You don't owe anybody anything, right? That is something that I want you to consider. Look, here's these series of beliefs, and this is what I want you to work on just for this video, right? What are your general beliefs around money, accomplishment, success, however you want to label it, sales in general? What is your belief system surrounding that? Just real quickly, just write out a list of maybe 10 things that you relate to those topics and you really believe about those topics. The next thing I want you to ask yourself is, do those beliefs support you? And when I say beliefs, I mean your ability to do it, not just in general in the world, but your ability to do it. And I guess as well in general in the world, right? Like if you view sales as, everybody's a scumbag, right? Because there are some, I get that, but not everybody is, and not everybody needs to be. And you certainly don't need to be in order to be successful. I'd like to clarify that. But let's just identify what it is that you believe about those topics. Because here's why. As we go forward, if you have crap belief system about a topic I'm trying to teach you to be successful with, it's never going to happen. It's really that simple, right? There's no mysticism here. There's no magic here. There's no, think about money in the drawer and it will appear garbage. I'm being straight up with you. I'm going to tell you now, if your belief system sucks about your capacity to accomplish these things, and I'm not saying it's going to change overnight, I'm just asking you to be aware of it and be bold enough to grab a piece of paper and put these things down on paper. Get clear with yourself, extremely clear, because that's what we're going to spend time here doing, is getting extremely clear. We're going to eradicate any and all excuses. We're going to burn them from your soul. They will not exist anymore. I know that's a bold statement, but that's my intention, is to help you do that. Because with that permits you to go forward, have and do anything you choose to do. But you got to be willing to set down the baggage. So that's my question. Please answer me in the comments. Are you willing to set down the baggage, the things that don't serve you, that make no sense? Because believe me, we all have them. I'm going to tell you guys something a little personal here. I keep a running list of weaknesses and insecurities, right? Literally, I keep a running list on a tablet. Things that come up that I might say, I just don't want it. I'll make an excuse to somebody. And I'm like, wow, I didn't realize I had that weakness or that insecurity. Boom. And then I go to work on it, right? I keep eliminating. Why? Because I want to continue to get better every day. That's why. And we'll get into all of that, right? I'm kind of getting ahead of myself here, but let's just take a look at this. Let's take a look at the social narrative that we grew up in and really just identify, is that supportive? Is that conducive to being successful? Is that conducive to making a lot of sales? Is that conducive to having and keeping, clarify that, keeping a lot of money? Because I've seen so many people, including myself, something else personal, including myself, acquire a lot of money and lose it, right? Maybe I'll go into some other time why and how come and what for. Twice, I might add. Not one time, twice. And I want to clarify something for you guys. For those of you sitting there watching this, thinking you're not fast enough, smart enough, sharp enough, I want to share something with you guys. I've trained a lot of very successful salespeople, okay? Important, number one. Number two, they weren't necessarily the best students, or they weren't the best, scholastically, but they liked people, they understood people, and they were able to learn. They were able to grasp the concepts. So please do me a favor. If your mind's already throwing excuses at you, that's part of that social narrative too, and we'll get into that. But for right now, just take a look at where you grew up, how you grew up. Is that supportive? What are your belief systems around money, success, sales, having money, being able to have what you want? Do you really believe you deserve it? Do you believe you can have it? Really, do you? And if the answer is no, that's okay. We just need to get clear on what your answers are, or you need to get clear, on what your answers are, so that we can move forward and address those things. All right? And I'm not here playing. I'm dead serious. I'm not talking outside of my head. This is what I've done most of my life. And we can hammer through that, no problem. No problem at all. I mean, I've met people in very menial labor jobs that have become some of the best salesmen I've ever seen. Why? Because it's a level playing field out here. It's not about degrees. It's not about, plaques on your door. None of that garbage does anything. Sales is raw and real. You deliver or you don't. That's it. That's why I love it so much, because it is a level playing field. It's open to anyone who's got the courage to step out and put themselves on the line. All right. So please follow through on what I've asked you to do here for yourself, and we will move forward with the next video when I make the next video. Thanks for watching this. Listen, if you guys like this kind of content, do me a favor, give me a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and tick the bell icon so you're notified when I release the next video, especially if you're going to follow this series, okay? I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you in the next one.